Hey everybody, welcome to the Chris and Des Show. I'm Chris.
And I'm Des.
And today we're going to do our top 5 female, 10 top 5 male performances of 2015. So, Des.
Okay.
Let's start number 5. We'll do men first.
Men
number
first.
5 male performance.
You're going to have to help me with the names of the people.
Okay.
Okay. So, I got this one. Number 5, I chose Al Pacino in Danny Collins. He was so precious in that movie and the transformation that he made, and I don't like Al Pacino all the time in every single thing that he does, so I enjoyed him in this one. I think he fit exactly. I think he did a great job.
Good. My number 5 is Emery Cohen, who is in Brooklyn, and he plays her husband. And he
didn't know his name, Emery.
He gives an amazing performance.
That's a great name.
The most likable guy in a movie in 2015.
Great.
You can't help but love him and like him. And it's hard to be that likable because sometimes it borders on like, ugh, it's too saccharine sweet. But he's not. He's like
he's
just great. A good guy. So Emery Cohen is my number 5.
Emery. Okay. My number 4 is Michael Fassbender from Steve Jobs. I loved his performance. I loved that movie. I thought it was so well done, and he did an excellent job. And he's my favorite Steve Jobs so far of all the Steve Jobses that there have been,
including the real one.
Including the real one, absolutely.
My number 4, I cheated, and I picked Tom Hardy in everything that he did this year because he's so many movies. So I picked Tom Hardy, Mad Max, and Legend, and in The Revenant. I know it's you.
Okay.
But I loved all of them, and I couldn't pick. For sure, Mad Max is probably my least favorite performance of those 3, but I thought he was good in that movie also. He's a really good actor. Really had such a great year, and I'm so glad the Academy nominated him for The Revenant because he's such a good bad guy in that movie. And I just think he's he's going to keep going and making great movies.
Yeah, I hope so. He's great.
A really good actor.
Coming into his own there. Number 3, I put The Revenant.
Leo?
I must have meant Leo. I absolutely must have meant Leo. Yes. That movie was so impressive. I mean, even though I did not have a good time and I don't want to go back, it was just, you can't get around how impressive it was. And it just was so well done. And he was completely believable in every moment of it. And he worked, so you can tell he worked really hard. It was great. I thought it was great.
My number 3 is Michael Fassbender in Steve Jobs. And again, like Des said, he's just carries you through that whole entire movie and you're so drawn in. And Michael Fassbender, man, that guy can act. He's just a great actor. And so fantastic performance in a movie that I thought, I wish the Oscars would have liked a little more because I thought it was, especially screenplay. We'll talk about that later. But
we will.
I really enjoyed his performance and he's just a very good actor.
Yes. Okay, my number 2 is Matt Damon in The Martian. It was so okay. Part of it is I love that whole experience of that movie, but specifically his performance in it was so good. I thought he did great. He carried it along. He was himself. It felt like he was just being himself in this situation. It was so good.
And he has to carry the whole movie.
Yeah.
If I had 6 people, he would have been my number 6. So
cheater.
Just put it out there, Maddie.
Okay.
Number 6. So my number 2 is Leonardo DiCaprio in The Revenant, and like Jess said, again, carry this whole movie on your back,
right?
And so much emotion and depth that has to be in it, or it comes off as just another like gory action movie or whatever, and I guess drama too in some parts. But he really has to. You have to connect with him and root for him and want what's best for him and him to survive. And Leo does a great job of those things.
And the layers of the stuff he did about his son and all that things. I mean, he did a great job.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, and my number 1 this is where I don't know the guy's name. Tell me his name again. Yes, Mark Rylance in The Bridge of Spies. Ever since I saw that movie, we both have been saying that is just the best performance of the supporting actor of the year. I mean, he is so great in that, so believable, so in that role, and just doing his job and being a spy. And so I thought he was great.
And my number 1 performance was Jaza Rohrig in Son of Saul. And I thought, as I thought about all these great performances, and Mark Rylance probably would have been my 7 if I had been 7. But I just thought about again, we keep speaking about carrying a movie, but
Oh my
it's
gosh,
the
no, there's no
emotional
getting around there.
depth that he carries that whole entire thing, and it just is focused on him.
He's everything.
An hour and a half of just focusing on him.
Yeah.
And the way he plays just that line of like emotion and no emotion in different scenes is so difficult. He is super talented. I hope he does many, many more movies, and I was so impressed with his performance in Son of Saul. I thought that was mind-blowing. So,
yeah. Okay, women.
The women.
Number 5. Brie Larson.
Mm-hmm.
Brie Larson in Room. It's another one of those where it's a lot of her, and she has to carry it, and it's her interacting with this 5-year-old little boy, and of course he's precious, and you can't get around how great he is, but she just has to play all of the angles of it. It's just impressive. She did great.
Yeah. My number 5 was Rooney Mara and Carol, and I was just telling Des, like, it took me a few minutes after the movie to be like, oh my gosh. I remember Rooney Mara as the girl in the dragon tattoo, and to see her in Carol, it's like, what the heck happened? This is such a transformation, and she plays, I think, even more so than Kate Blanchett, because she has the innocent, like, ingenue type for the most of it. She really had me the whole entire time. Like, she is just trying to find out what her life's about and what she wants in life, and who is she and what is she, and yet innocent and likable too, in a movie that isn't always innocent and likable, but she does a good job. So good job, Rooney.
Good job. Number 4 is the girl from the Danish Girl.
Sure. Oh, Alicia Vikander.
Alicia Vikander. That movie, well, it's so intense in the first place and not a comfortable subject matter. And then she makes it, she's the heart of that movie. And then you see her struggling with the realization of who he is becoming and her sticking with him and her love for him. It was just, she was very impressive. Absolutely.
My number 4 is Alicia Vikander and the Danish Girl also.
Good.
And again, exactly what Des said. Yeah. I am still angry about the fact that they watched that movie. Someone watched that movie and thought she was a supporting actress. Wrong. But okay, fine.
But all right.
To me, it's about him being the Danish girl, right? Eddie Redmayne. But that movie's all about Alicia Vikander. And I can't even imagine how difficult it is because it's a slow-paced film. And her scenes are so emotional, but she has to hold back this emotion that she really has about that she doesn't understand why he wants to go through these things and why he doesn't want to be her husband anymore, and she wants her husband. And her like quiet desperation in that film it's beautiful. It's beautiful and heartbreaking. Definitely heartbreaking at times, for sure.
Yeah. Okay, my number. Oh, I went out. Okay, I got you. My number 3 is Brooklyn, the girl from Brooklyn.
Saoirse Ronan.
Yeah, her. She was so great in that movie. Look at his face. She was just, it was just beautiful. And the journey she goes on and everything and her expression in it, so realistic, so innocent, and then at the same time she has a little fire in her. It was so good. If you have not seen Brooklyn, get yourself to the movie theater this very day.
And okay, I think all our top 3 are the same. Our top 4 are the same, actually, of the women. But my number 3 is also Saoirse Ronan for Brooklyn because, like Des was saying, it is just the movie's her again, and it's just
for sure.
You just love her. You just love right away. You're like, I love this girl, and she is like strong and fragile at the same time.
Right.
Hard
Vulnerable.
to play. Like, you don't want to come off too strong and be like, oh, she's unlikable. And then too likable and like, oh, she has no backbone. But she does such a good job of balancing, like, I'm strong and I'm vulnerable. And she's a great actress, too. And so young. She's a really, really good actress.
Yeah, it's a great story. And then what are we on?
Our number 2.
Our number 2 is
Kate
what's her
Winslet.
Name? Kate Winslet and Steve Jobs.
Oh.
So good. Okay, seriously. I did not realize, and she's a famous actress. I've seen her in a cajillion things. And it didn't register in me that it was her in the movie. And then, so I'm watching it. Act 1 comes through. oh, she's good. Whoever that lady is. Okay, great. Act 2, it's later now, and so, oh, great. And then Act 3, like her hair's longer or something, and something's different, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's Kate Winslet. That has been Kate Winslet this whole time. I was so blown away by the like, I didn't even recognize her at all at the beginning of this movie. She was so good.
Exactly. All those things. I mean, there is a scene at the end. I watched it like a few times just because you can watch that scene and part of the trailer.
Oh.
And it still gets me even every time because she's just such a good actress. But the scene when she's telling him like that, this whole idea of Apple and this company shouldn't be the best part of your life. Like your family should be the best part of your life. And then she starts crying. And she says, okay, well, she goes, he was saying something about him apologizing and he doesn't want to. And she's like, and if you don't, I'm going to quit. What about that? What if I just quit? And she starts throwing these papers on the ground and she's crying. And I'm like, no, Kate. And she's just so good. And she is the moral compass of that movie. Because Steve Jobs is not the moral. And their relationship together and the way that Kate plays that and the way that Michael Fassbender plays that, both of them. They do such a great job. And thing is, I've already picked I picked Rooney Mara, and I picked Alicia Vikander, and I picked Kate Winslet, all on my list. So there's 3 women nominated for Best Supporting Actress, but I would have to give the Oscar to Kate because she got it for me. She perfect. There's nothing wrong anyway.
Any of them get it, and it's not. You understand why?
I mean,
if somebody different gets it, then that's a problem.
Yeah, we'll talk about that some other time.
Okay, and number 1. Charlotte
Rampling in 45 years.
In 45 years. Here's another one that you're going to have to go out of. It's not going to be in the corner. But this movie, I'm telling you, is so good.
And she will break your heart.
She does.
And with a look, and you're like,
oh my gosh.
No.
Yeah, and it's going along, and it's slow. It's a slow movie with long, and there comes a point where you're on, and then all of a sudden, and the whole movie is flipped on your head, and you're like, oh, and then you are with her, though. And you just feel everything she's feeling from just her face, because she doesn't really talk that much. It's so good.
Yeah, there's a scene where she is watching some slides. I won't tell you what the slides are about in case you want to see it. But she watches some slides. And it is like the most heartbreaking thing I've ever seen about him. Very very last scene.
Oh. Get yourself to the
Go
movie
see
theater.
it.
Go see this movie.
A woman whose acting is just at a whole nother level than most actresses out there today. I mean, it is just in 45 years. But scene after scene of her just perfect performance. And
she really needs to win. I think there's no competition for her.
I think Brie Larson's going to win. But I'm with you. Yes.
Anyway, okay.
Yes,
that's what we think.
So that's it. Those are our favorite performances. Go see those movies because you will not be disappointed. Definitely all those movies that performances come from are fantastic as well. So.
Yeah. Hey, and comment on here and tell us which ones you like and anything that you've seen. We'd really love to hear what you're watching and what your opinion. If you agree or if you think we're off our rockers.
Sounds good.
Okay, bye. Oh, you have something more?
No, bye.
Okay. Okay, bye.